Hey, I got band 8 in my IELTS speaking test and now the question arises how? So take a deep breath and listen to these 11 tips, important tips of the speaking test that will help you in scoring band 8 or band 9. I will also share my experience, so stay with us till the end. Hello everyone, this is Yesha Manik with IELTSmaterial.com, helping you to prepare for your IELTS test, give correct answers and get a higher band score in your examination. If you find this video helpful, then don't forget to like, share and subscribe IELTS Material YouTube channel. Now let's take a look into the tips of the speaking test in detail. Number 1. Practice, practice and practice. It is very important to practice as many topics as you can, and that is what I did before appearing for my examination. I practiced with my friends, with my colleagues, and I also recorded answers, and myself I used to listen to my answers and understand my mistakes. I was able to rectify my errors and gain the confidence, and that is how I improved myself in speaking test. Number 2, no right or wrong answers. The second thing that I realized was that there are no right or wrong answers. And when I realized this, I started practicing with good English. That is, expressing my ideas and opinions in good English. So the major focus should be on the linguistic skill rather than focusing on the correct or incorrect answers. Number 3, do not repeat words from the question. In order to show a range of vocabulary, it is important that you should not repeat the words from the question, that is, the questions asked by the examiners. Rather, you can paraphrase the question and present it in your answers. So learn to paraphrase and not to repeat the words those are presented in the question. Number 4, do not speak quickly. This is what I have realized, and this is what I have taken as my 4th tip, because I used to speak too quickly. And because of this particular habit, I used to make a lot of mistakes in my pronunciation. It was not because that I did not understand the sound patterns, but it was because I was not speaking slowly or I was not speaking at a normal pace. So this is what you have to understand. Speak at a normal pace and try to pronounce the words correctly, and also try to speak as naturally and smoothly as you can. Number 5, expand the answers. This is, I think it would be better if you understand in relation to all the 3 parts. Let's say part 1, the answers should be in brief. But this does not say that you should give one-line answers, but make sure that you elaborate the answer in 2 to 3 sentences, because the examiner wants to listen to your language. Coming to part 2, this is going to be a monologue where a flashcard or a cue card topic would be given to you, and you will be allowed to speak on this topic for 1 to 2 minutes, where the examiner will not interrupt you in between the talk. She will only stop you when she realizes that the time is up, and in case if you have not completed your talk by 2 minutes, then and then only she would stop you. Otherwise, she would allow you to speak or speak up to 2 minutes. Coming to part 3, where the discussion is called as abstract discussion, or it is called as two-way discussion, where you would be talking about abstract topics, but this topic is somewhere connected to part 2. And here it is always better to give examples and answer in detail. As I said, give examples to justify your answer, and hence you would be able to give the answers in an explained manner. So make sure part 1, you give brief answers. Part 2, you ensure that you have spoken or given the answer for 2 minutes. And part 3, where you have to expand the answer, try to give an example. To get a detailed knowledge of the sample answers, please visit our website. Number 6, avoid giving yes or no answers. Please do not give the answers just in one word saying yes or no. Elaborate your answer. Draw on your experience and examples to give an explained, or I would say a detailed answer, because it is very important to express the answer or express your ideas. This is what the examiner is looking for. So avoid giving yes or no answers, and this is applicable especially in part 1. Number 7. Use the correct verb tense. Listen to the question carefully and understand which verb tense will be used. Let's say, for example, the question is, do you like to listen to music? The question is in present tense. So the answer should also be in present tense. The answer can be, I like pop music the most, and I do not like traditional music, or I haven't heard traditional music because I think I'm not able to connect to this type of music, whereas the pop music gives positive vibes and also makes me groove all the time. So the answer is completely in present tense. So understand which verb tense should be used and give the answer according to the correct verb tense. Number 8, practice pronunciation. It is very important to keep on practicing the English language because the major focus would be on pronunciation. And it is always better to practice more numbers, or I would say more words and their pronunciation, that is the sound patterns. So what would you do for this? It is better to read as many questions as you can and also try to answer these questions to understand the questions in a better manner, as well as try to bring out the correct pronunciation, and eventually you will be able to speak confidently. Number 9, use a good range of vocabulary. If you remember, in my previous video, I explained you about the range of vocabulary that should be used in the speaking test. And please keep this in mind because this is very important. Yes, of course, the advanced range of vocabulary can give you the band 8 or band 9, but this doesn't mean that a simple vocabulary will give you band 5 or band 6. A good range of vocabulary where you are able to develop the answers with different words, and this will also give you band 8, because the simple language, if it is expressed in a better way or if it is expressed in an understandable way, will give you good bands. So always remember, a good range of vocabulary can give you band 8, but you have to practice, or you should be knowing about all the range of words related to the topic. Number 10, time management. This is applicable in part 2. The examiner will give you a task card and you have to give the answer in 1 to 2 minutes. But before that, you will also get 1 minute to prepare on the given topic. Follow the steps that can be used, or I would say follow the steps to properly manage your time, that is your preparation time. Number 1, think about the topic that you are going to speak about. Number 2, supporting details, or I would say collect the supporting points and the correct tense. Number 3, follow the cues. The tip is you should always use the tense according to the questions given in the cue cards, and please follow the cues. Do not miss any cues, or let's say do not miss any hints, because answering all the hints is very important. So make sure you properly manage your time, that is you use your 1 minute preparation time in arranging the answers of the cues, as well as take up these answers and produce a very good story or develop your answer in a good manner so that you can speak in 1 to 2 minutes. This is what I used to do, but I also used to practice myself with various topics, and the best thing that I used to do is I used to record myself and then listen to the recording, and as I said, I was able to rectify my errors related to tense, related to pronunciation, as well as working on the fluency and coherence. Number 11, focus on grammar and vocabulary. Finally, as I mentioned, it is important to keep the track of the grammar and vocabulary. use a wider range of vocabulary, or I would say expand your answers with a wider range of vocabulary and sentence structures. This will help the examiner to assess your answer in a structured way, and the examiner will come to a conclusion that the candidate is fluent enough to express the ideas or to develop the opinions. So please make sure that you focus on grammar and vocabulary to a larger extent. I hope these 11 tips will give you a complete understanding of attending the speaking test. If you feel that these tips will help you in speaking confidently and elaborately with a wider range of vocabulary and sentence structures, then do not forget to like, share and subscribe IELTS Material YouTube channel. For more free IELTS learning, please subscribe to the channel and stay updated. Thank you.